University of Rwanda. This is a university established in 2013. It's a merger between 14 public higher learning institutions, but we are on a mission to really help the University of Rwanda support the country transformation. And as you know, Rwanda is one of the stars in Africa. But we have 6 colleges, 10 campuses, and about 50,000 students, the majority being undergraduate, and almost 2,000 staff. And this creates its own challenges. So this is the map of Rwanda. And as you can see, UR is everywhere. UR is in the north, in the west, in the east, in the south, and of course, the main concentration is in Kigali, the capital. But the main challenge become, if you are serving the whole population of the country and you are transitioning to e-learning, how do you do it better? And also probably attracting many other students internationally. For the e-learning initiative at UR, it's part of the MasterCard Scholar program at the University of Rwanda, which is targeting 1,200 scholars. And regarding the institutional change, we are looking at the supporting the e-learning capabilities at UR. Obviously, e-learning is not new. It's not new at the University of Rwanda, but what are we trying to look for? We are trying to transition to really sustainable online delivery of academic instruction and also wraparound support. And how do you do it in a holistic approach, not piecemeal or looking at it from just a technology? How do you do it throughout the whole framework? And of course, having an enthusiast community of practice, because we have staff, but we need to have more people. So we are starting as a target to have a situation assessment of all e-learning initiative that are made at the University of Rwanda, but also establishing the e-learning ecosystem management team, which is one of the innovative approach I want to talk about. But as other universities, we are participating in this TOT training stream A, but also in the advanced training. And so far, we also intend to have the virtual career support and alumni data tracking system being done digitally. I would say that we have made a very good achievement. We have the ecosystem. The ecosystem has been appointed recently. It has 2 teams, the strategic level, bringing together the IT people, bringing together the faculty, and also we have an operational level, which is made of the champion. And here we have the champion we trained with ASU, our TOT champion, trainer of trainers, because the initiative is supposed to be scaled up to many others. And some of them have completed, but we are also procuring. We are planning for major infrastructure upgrade, and the university is busy planning for that procurement. And one thing with this initiative we are seeing is that there is quite awareness that is at the University of Rwanda, but then how do you do it really when you have 10 campuses, 60 colleges, and multiple initiatives across? And that's where coordination and synergy comes in. And to respond to that, the e-learning ecosystem management has been seen as an innovative approach to really bring all the campuses together, because we have, for example, the Directorate of Teaching and Learning Enhancement, and they are at each colleges and also at the headquarters of UR. So having the head of that office on board or as part of the, as a member of the ecosystem management really helps quite a lot. And then we have the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs and Research, and essentially the boss of all education and research at the university. So he is also represented in the ecosystem that provides strategic attention, what could be done better, and also a platform for us to share the learning that we have, we are having in this forum as well. And the CIO is the Chief Information Office related to the IT. But eventually, there are so many projects. There are so many projects at the University of Rwanda. MasterCard is one. We have Swedish, we have World Bank, we have UNESCO, we have Religion, we have so many. So what becomes another issue, or as I will present in the next slide for some of the remaining challenges, is how do you transition the time, the management of the time vis-a-vis the urgency of transition to online education. If you have so many support like this, there is a kind of urgency to transition to online education. But as we know or have been hearing from many partners, there's also an issue of time. It's a long time endeavor. So how do you balance that? I actually want to have that question to all of you. So we probably could discuss a little bit about it. But again, we know IT and e-learning becoming the new normal. Then the next issue is the incentive scheme. How do you really have an incentive scheme that encourage further uptake? But what we are also seeing is the e-assessment. E-assessment is you can do the e-learning, you can do the e-learning, you can teach online. But again, one of the things we have seen both in COVID until now is how do we solve the e-assessment and probably the proctoring tool. These are some of the challenges that we are still grappling with. Others like devices, we are working on it, but these are really some of the core, I would say, I would want us to discuss in this. However, what we, or if we take it as our take, is that we need to have an e-learning strategy and a business model for sustainability. Obviously, the ecosystem is one of the things to really to strengthen going forward, but also minimize the infrastructure barriers, because e-learning is still seen as an IT issue than the change of culture, the strategy, or even the way we do things. So probably one way to do it is to minimize these infrastructure barriers and be more uptake. And obviously, the other aspect, we see a lot of resources going on in this network. What is the possibility, or other universities, how are you doing it to be able to, how are you doing it that you are sharing it, you're sharing the resources throughout the university? I would want to hear that. But eventually, e-learning is all about exposure and continuous learning.